Express this in this form, where r is greater than 0 and alpha is acute. Give me your value of alpha to the nearest 0.1, hence find the minimum value of this, and the value of x in the interval of 0 to 360 where the minimum occurs. Give your value of x to the nearest 0.1 degree. Show that cot x minus sine 2x is equal to cot x cos 2x for x between 0 and 180, and hence otherwise solve this equation in the interval of x between 0 and 180 degrees. So that's the question then. I've got it here. So let's have a look at it. So A part 1. So r cos here, we've got r cos plus, isn't it? So it's r lots of sine when we expand it. And that's going to equal the 3 cos x plus 2 sine x, hopefully. Let's see what that would imply. R cos alpha, the cos x is 3. And the r sine alpha, the sine x coefficient is 2. Okay, we can label this 1, we can label this 2. Divide one by the other and we'll get tan alpha, won't we? 2 divided by 1 gives, that will be sine over cos because the r's will cancel on the left. So that will be sine alpha over cos alpha, which equals tan alpha. And on the right, 2 divided by 1 is 2 over 3. So that tells us then that alpha is equal to tan minus 1 arctan of 2/3. Do that in the calculator, make sure you're in degrees mode, shift tan of 2 divided by 3, 33.7 degrees to the nearest 0.1 degree. And that was to the nearest 0.1 degree, which is what the question asked. So that's A part 1 then. Let's have a look at part 2. Oh, we haven't got r yet, have we? We need to get r. Oops. Okay. Now if we square 1, we square this and we square this, we'll get r squared cos squared and r squared sine squared. And when we add them, we'll get r squared lots of sine squared plus cos squared, won't we? And sine squared plus cos squared is 1. So if we just square 1 and square 2 and add them, then on the left we're just going to get the r squareds. And on the right we'll get 3 squared. And here this will be 2 squared, won't it, when we square and add them. 9 and 4 is 13. So that tells us what r is. R is positive from the question, so we take the positive square root. And we get this. So the answer then is r root 13 cosine x minus alpha, wasn't it? 33.7 degrees. That's what we needed to write it as in A part 1. Hence find the minimum value of this and the value of x between 0 and 360 to the nearest 0.1. Okay, so part 2 here, minimum value is when cosine x minus the 33.7 is at its minimum value, which is minus 1, if that's possible for the range of x. Cos is minus 1, we'll do shift cos minus 1 in the calculator. We should get 180, shouldn't we? That's the only value that should come up. 180. So that tells us then x minus the 33.7 degrees is equal to 180 when we do shift cos. Move the 33.7 over to be plus 217.7 degrees. And that was to nearest 0.1 degree. Okay, that's part 2. Now let's have a look at B. Show that this is equal to that. Cot x minus sine 2x then. B. cot x minus sine 2x. Well, let's just combine the fraction here. This is cos over sine minus 2, and the double angle for sine is 2 sine x cos x, isn't it? So let's make the denominators the same. So that's cos x is fine over the sine x, that's fine. And then this fraction to have the same denominator so we can combine them, we need to introduce a sine top and bottom, don't we? So it's minus 2 sine squared x cos x. That's fine. Cos x is common on top. And then it's 1 for the first term, minus 2 sine squared. All over the sine x. Okay, so cos over sine is cot. And we've got 1 minus 2 sine squared, which the double angle formula tells us is cos 2x, which is what we wanted to show. So b, we've done that part there. X is between 0 and 180 in the range, and we need to solve this equation in part 2. So part 2, then solve it when it equals 0. So cot x cos 2x equals 0 implies cot x equals 0 or cos 2x equals 0. Cot x is cos over sine, so it would be when the numerator is 0. So this is what we've got in effect. When they equal 0, it's easy to read off the solutions from the range. From 0 to 180, because we're looking at x from 0 to 180. So we're only looking in this half range here. Cos x is 0 when x is 90. So we can just write that down. Cos 2x is 0. Well, the 2x range would be 0 right round to 360, wouldn't it? Because x goes from 0 to 180. So if we double it, we're looking at going around one full circle. So cos 2x is 0 at 90, isn't it? And 270. So 2x must equal either 90 or 270 degrees. So we've got our solutions then. X is equal to, if 2x is 90, x is 45. This one is 90. And this one, when you divide by 2, is 135. So we've got these three solutions.